Welcome to day 4 of the R35 build. It's a blimmin' bluebird day here in Vancouver. Let's go inside. I did a lot of stuff off camera and just wanted to get stuff done, but I'll give you a catch up on what's going on here. So here's this side. I have chopped the car up and taken the entire outer rocker off, and then I've added this plate here, which is 3/16 thick solid steel. I'm fully welded along the bottom, welded up the front, fully welded up this end. I still have to do some stitching back here. I've got the seat mount welded up, and then I got to weld along this line here and up the front here. So once that's done, this side will be solid, and then I got to do the other side to match, but that gives me the exact width I need to slide it in between the rockers on the R34. So let's just go over to the R34. So when this car drops on, the pieces I welded on that car on the R35, the 3/16 plate will fit up against here, and then it'll all get welded together and it's going to be solid. All this stuff here, the whole inner wheel tub, is going to be cut out. The upper shock tower in this car will be cut out. I'm probably going to cut across this line here, and then when I install the R35, I should be close to this height here. I cut this, but I still got to bring it in, so I need to be 54.5 from side to side. And then this is my mark down at the bottom, and that's where I need to be to get it to fit in the width. So there's the update of the stuff I've done today, and we'll get going again on this on Monday. You gotta check this shit out. So we're back in working on the R35. Still working on the rockers, getting the sides sorted out. So I'll show you what's going on here. I got to keep this face. This is the new 3/16 flat plate, but I got to keep this face all the way front to back. I can't have it sticking out, or else it'll interfere with the inner rockers on the R34. So back here, this came out about 1/2 inch, which was too much, and this is the one of the subframe mounting bolts locations. So I've already welded this plate back on, so there's 2 layers here and no support in the middle once I cut this off. So I welded this plate on, and now I've got the secondary plate made up, all primed up on the inside. That's all primed up, so that will go like that, and I will weld that all on there and get it ground down flush, and then that will make a perfectly flat front to back, ready to slide on the R34. So this is this side, which is the driver's side, and it's fully welded. Sorry, fully welded all the way along under there, fully welded around. And then on the passenger side, as you can see, this is what it looks like, and without it being modified yet. So you get the general idea how this whoops out here. I can't have that. It needs to be flat here. Even this has to be drilled out. This can stay because the rocker doesn't go down that far, and that is part of the aluminum cross member bracket that holds the front of the transaxle in place. So that part's kind of important, but yeah, so we got the thick plate on here. I still got to do some more welding on the inside, but that's no big deal. And that's where we're sitting right now. And we're back. So I got the R35 now ready to go under the 34. All the big cuts and the trims are set up. Here you go. So rockers are done, all painted up. The wheel tubs are now cut back to where they need to be. The front dash area is cut to where it needs to be. This will have plating in it because obviously we don't want anything coming in from the outside. So we'll plate this up, but I gotta drop the other shell on first to make sure we're good for clearance. I got to cut the 34 down here. And that will get us close to here, but I might have to cut this further forward yet. Not 100% sure. Easier to measure once it's on top with the wheels. But the first thing I got to do is in here on the 34, I got to cut out the wheel tubs. I got to cut out the strut towers and go just under here on the parcel shelf, and then cut out what I don't need in the trunk and all this excess stuff here. So I got the inside prepped. I don't want to get sparks on the windows, on the side glass, so I taped and papered that up for now. It'll work for what I'm doing. The worst thing is the sparks, they just stick to glass and you'll never get them off. But yeah, there we are, and I'm going to get started on the 34. Well, it's been a bit of a day here at the shop. As you can see behind me here, that hoist is empty, which can only mean one thing. The R35 is now under the R34. I still got a fair bit of a little bit of trimming to do, but it's not too bad. It's pretty much there. So I've lowered the 34 down onto the 35 as far as I could get it for now, until I do more cutting, and I'll show you what needs to be trimmed. So here we are. One of the things I just did on the 34, I cut this front panel all the way back as close to the hinges as I could. I welded a plate on it, and then on here I got to cut forward another couple inches here, and that'll get my back wheel then centered, because as you can see right now I am not centered, and I need to shift the R35 back. So trimming this up, shove it back, and that'll give me my clearance, and then the car can then drop the rest of the way down. Everything's lining up pretty darn good. The inner rockers to outer rockers are right there. This is going to shift a little bit once it's on. Got the inner wheel tubs, so obviously the car's going to drop another 9 inches. So the shell's coming down 9 inches. All these gaps that you see will be filled once the car is lowered, and then it's just going to be a matter of welding this thing back together again. But we are darn close. Gonna leave it at that. All right, well, I'm back, and I spent a good day today, and the body is on the car. Here you go. Boom. It took a fair bit to get to this point, but we're there. I just got a few tacks on it at the moment just to support it and hold it in place. I'll just go over where we are and what's been done since we've been away. So, front section of the 34 body was cut back to the door hinges with a plate welded on the front. The R35, I had to take out another 2 inches to get the front section here to mate up to the 34. So that will all get welded together. My current tack is right here. I've notched the cowl here and here, and that's for the window wipers, but I got to modify the window wiper motor, which sits here, because it wants to sit up above where the window is, and I don't want that, so I got to make that sit lower. The door gaps are mint, and how's this? Boom. Doors open perfect. And my phone's going. Hold on a sec. Hello. I'm just filming. I'll call you back. Yeah, okay, bye. All right, anyway, here's the inside. So I had to cut this all close to the A-pillar. I'm gonna have to do a couple filler plates here and there, but the rockers are lined up, and back here is lined up. I got my cuts pretty darn close. I can tweak the metal here to get it closer. I got the original R34 parcel shelf still there with the speaker holes. It's dark inside. I got the windows all covered in tape because I was grinding. Here's the trunk. This is fucking crazy. The trunk floors line up, so they are flush together. I have half a spare wheel well, but I'm going to cut that out and just have a flat floor. I've got to weld the wheel tubs in, but as you can see, the wheel tubs line up really well. The parcel shelf here, I can just tweak it down, and that's going to be welded to the top of the strut tower. And the fuel filler is going to line up and come out of the fuel filler door, which is awesome. And here's the other door, so perfect. Door gaps perfect. And I got the height. This is stock suspension right now on an R35, and I wanted to put it as low as possible, because the body as low as possible on the chassis. We're going to run coilovers, and we're going to run smaller diameter wheels. These are 20s. These are the stock GTR wheels. So as you can see, we are perfectly centered in the wheel arch. And with the front fender lined up, the front wheel is perfectly centered too. So I am absolutely stoked with how this has turned out today. It's been a long day, but we're there. Anyway, catch you next time.